Hey everyone, here are some 3D prints that I just got done printing. I haven't prepped them for paint or anything like that, but I did want to show them off in their raw form before I started doing any type of weathering, painting, and at least trying to do so. But these are from Landspeeder Luke's Patreon account membership. And this was a pretty big project in regards to how big I print stuff. Usually I print just accessories and things, but lately I've been getting into the thing of printing larger objects. And this really caught my eye because it can be used for Star Wars, G.I. Joe, whatever you would like it to. So I'm going to do a quick overhead look, just right quick. And I will show each of the components here shortly. Just wanted you to get an idea of what it looks like. So I do have a Black Series character inside the turret, peeking his head out. And I do have a 6-inch G.I. Joe standing next to it for scale purposes. And you can see it's fairly big. So the actual turret itself, this bottom portion, I'll pick it up here shortly, but this bottom portion is one large hollow piece. The actual cannon right there is one piece. The top of the turret that can turn is one piece. And the hatch cover is one piece right there. And then you have like these power cables right here, and they run to each of these objects. I don't know what they are, but I guess they fuel the turrets. And it's amazing the amount of detail he incorporates in all of his designs. It is a definitely good Patreon account to be a part of, a member of, to be able to print such wonderful items. So let's get into it and show you the different components. So this, I assume, is some sort of power box for it. You got this detail up here on top. You got this right here. Again, these are not painted. These are just in the filament color that I used. I think it was matte black. There's the texture when you have it on the PEI board. I think it's called PEI. I'm not sure. But that looks really, really well. I like all the details, and look forward to painting this up. And to give you an idea, here it is next to the G.I. Joe person, police officer, whatever you want to say. Just to give you an idea how it looks next to a figure. The next thing we have is this right here. I guess this might be fuel of some sort. It could be anything. I mean, it's Star Wars, it's sci-fi. Got some nice detail on the side right here. Do you call it sculpted detail? I guess you would. I mean, he's digitally sculpting all this. Got the lid, top, or whatever you want to call it right here. There is the bottom. So let's get our figure to show you what it looks like in scale purposes. Right there. And so we got that. And then we got two different cables. Now, these are in two different configurations, or the way they would lay on the ground. The bottom is flat. Let me see if I can show you. Really need to get some better lighting to do these. So it's flat, so it fits down on the surface. And let me see. And then you can see it kind of curves around. So you've got that. I think I made the infill a little bit thicker on these. Same thing, but it's just in a different design. Right there. All right, and let's take a look first at the turret that does not have the figure in it, to give you an idea. So here is the turret. There is a 6-inch figure next to it to give you an idea. Just going to do a slow pan on it. I'll show you how it breaks down here shortly. So there is your turret, and then it can actually swivel, and I'll show you how it does that here shortly. So it could just sit there like and monitor the terrain and fire plasma bolts or whatever you want to call them out from here. Here is the hatch, and the hatch is removable. So there's a piece, and I'll show it to you here shortly. When I take it off, there we go. It's like a little lip right there. Then you can lift it up like so. And then you can put your figure in it, like he's coming out or peeking his head up to talk some junk. This was a fun project to print and stuff. I didn't think this part was going to fit on my 3D printer, but it did. I was looking to see if I was most likely going to have to digitally cut it and print it in 2 pieces, but it was just enough room. All right, so we get him out. All right, so here is the bottom portion to which it rested on the printer bed. Here is the top portion, and it's got like a little handle right there. I did use some small supports inside that handle and just took like a little tool and pushed them out. Because again, you got to have something for the bridge to lay on top of. So it looks really good. Here is the top portion. This was separate, but I went ahead and glued it. And I used that new glue that I have been talking about. It's very thin. I've seen a lot of people building models using it, and it sets very quickly. So you got to be ready. So when I put a little bit of the glue on, pushed this on, and just held it in place, it's just like a little groove that it fits into. And it worked out perfect. But here is the top portion. Forgive the little 3D print fuzzies. I know there's names to what causes the filament to do this when it's doing that, but I don't really know off the top of my head. I'm not a 3D expert, but I like the different details in the top right here. Here is the back of it. Got some detail right there. Here is the side. And I don't think I used any supports on this part. I think it just, yeah, it was support free, which I was, you know, I was kind of caught off guard. I figured I would have to put some in between those, but I did a test run and it worked, and this was the final product. Here is the bottom. This is the inside of the turret, and this groove right here fits on the lip right there, which allows it to swivel back and forth. Let's take a look at the base. So you've got this. Again, forgive the 3D print fuzzies. I can't remember the name of what they call those, but it has something to do with, you know, when you're printing it. A lot of nice detail. And you'll see the fuzzies pretty bad inside there. It's like, it's weird. It's like a stringy feel. It's just part of the filament. Again, this is in its raw form, straight off the printer. There's where it's hollow. Well, hollow inside. So technically there's nothing for the figure to set on. So when you're putting him coming out of the turret like so, you kind of got to use his hands to rest on the sides of it. So there we go. You could probably put a box in there or something. And here is the bottom. And yes, these are the Star Wars Hoth Turrets. And again, I mean, you know, however you display your stuff, this could actually be used in your Action Force. It can be used with your G.I. Joes, your Cobras, whatever you really want to do. I mean, these are your figures. You have fun with them. Mix the worlds. I think those would be awesome painted in like an OD green military-esque format. I could see them in the Cobra Royal Blue color scheme. And you could even hollow out the barrel and possibly put some effects in. I'm not that good, but it's just different things you can do. And again, if you tear it up, all you got to do is 3D print another one. But yeah, really enjoying these projects I've been doing lately, and hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please like, comment, subscribe down below. It really helps me get the word out to other collectors. I don't do this as a profession. I just do this to help others, and they help me in turn, and just doing some fun things in the community. Again, hope you liked the video. I will be setting up my Big Bad Toy Store haul that I got recently, and I'm looking forward to cracking some of them open. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Later. Bye.